KT7 up here. Today, I want to do a review video for Year 3 of War of the Visions. Also, a look ahead to Year 4 and go over some information from the livestream. These are the items I will go over today. Let's get started. First off, let's go over my top units. I will briefly go over my Diamond and Platinum units. Bradley, top tier DPS unit in the game. Can easily reach 100 defense and slash penetrations and constant CT up. And combined with his haste TMR, he is a monster on the battlefield. Then we have Dialdo, the Earth tank and Bradley's best partner. First unit to have debuff reduction, a super tanky unit that deals magic-based pierce damage, can also remove re-raise, very strong for both offense and defense. Next, Sephiroth, another top-tier DPS unit. He has access to multiple sure hit attack, can remove both courage and re-raise with his LB, AP regen, and physical damage barrier from one buff. Large AoE barrier breaks and has very good resistance to all elements. Raph, the long-awaited dark tank, has re-raise, large AoE all break, can remove courage and extend elemental chain. She has very good strike resistance, perfect for the meta. A all-around tank unit that will last a long time in the game. Lightning Alaya. She might be tied as the best DPS unit with Bradley. The first unit that has access to strike penetration. She can deal crazy amount of damage, has top tier accuracy, and very high agility. Her stag impact can select up to 3 units and has a range height of 2. Give her move +1 passive, even range units will have problem taking her out before she can reach them. Her kit is just too OP. SummerGlaciela. She might be the best standalone tank in the whole game. Can be built to have double digits resistance to everything. Has access to courage, HP auto heal back, and the first unit to have physical damage reduction aura. Everything you would want your tank to have, she has access to. My last diamond unit is Soul, the best roll compression unit in the game, an attacker with healing AI. Has a 2-hit select 2 attack that follows up with a heal. He has multiple attacks that can remove courage, and can inflict poison in case he can't finish his enemy. Can reach close to 100 single target resistance, a one-man counter to strike meta. Okay, now my platinum units. The first on the list is Yuffie, the first unit that can nullify sure hit. She is the most evasive unit in the game. Some would argue she should be the best unit released this year. At max reincarnation, she is one of the best unit. And she will be relevant until the next level cap increase. Not everyone is building for accuracy all year round. If you are willing to invest into evasion and don't mind playing the same team all year, she can be the best unit. However, I like to pull 4 and play around with new units, so I did not invest in her. Next are Edward and Alphonse. With the FMA collaboration, Strike Team was born. The team took over the meta for many months. Edward has a select 2, sure hit attack that breaks barrier. He is my solution to Earth teams while running full strike setups. Alphonse is an awesome tank, I am still using him today against Soul. He has elemental chain reduction, recovers HP from his sure hit. He is a stable on strike team. A team with Alphonse, Edward, and Perrine was unstoppable at the time. Lightning Astrius is next. He has all the tools to counter Soul. He can remove courage upon hit, has multiple barrier break attacks. Also have access to a 3-turn self-follow-up attack after LB, and has very good resistance to magic. I will go over everything about him in his 140 showcase video. Next I have Riso. She is a huge part of my anti-evasion team. A unit that has top-tier accuracy and very high agility. She can remove re-raise upon hit, took out so many Finas and Yuffies for me. Whenever I see evasion, I bring her out. Wingstern is next. He is a super versatile unit. A very good damage dealer that can remove re-raise with his large AoE. Have access to self-haste with his LB and CT up after coming back from re-raise. I use him quite a lot to counter Sephiroth. Bartz. The first unit with the offensive aura effect, he can perform follow-up attacks for teammates. Can easily build to have over 100 defense penetration. It is common that his follow-up attack deals 4 to 5k damage. His Blade Blitz often deals max damage. Just give him Man-Eater and an attack VCs, he can be on any team. A super fun and strong unit. Then there are the rest of the units. I want to give props to Howlett, Faris, and Shawls. These units were just okay when they first arrived, but then SummerGlaciela and Soul brought them to new heights. They are very important pieces to the best teams. Next are my top teams and my top opponents. These 4 teams in the top row basically carried me for the whole year. These setups can pretty much take on any teams during their time in the meta. Mono Earth with Bradley and Dialdo is the most dominating duo. A full strike team with Alaya can beat everything before Soul arrived. A mono fire team with 100 AoE resistance Rain, Shawls, and Soul are just too difficult to take down. Lastly, my hyper accurate wind team, not even a fully reincarnated Yuffie can escape them. A few more teams I used a lot that are not here are Dark team with Raph and Sephiroth, Light team with Wingstern and Bartz, and a full red mage team with SummerGlaciela, Howlett, and Faris. They are very strong, but just did not last as long as the 4 teams here. My toughest opponents during the past 12 months were Mono Earth, Mono Dark, Red Mage, and Fire Evade. Full Strike really did not give me too much trouble. Not many people use Move 4 for Alphonse and Alaya, which gave me a huge advantage. Next, let's talk a bit about team building for this year. It was all about AoE and single target resistance. The best way to defend against the most meta units were to stack these 2 types of resistances. We now have units that can reach a ridiculous amount, such as Rain, who can build to have over 100 AoE resistance, which will alter the ability your enemy AI would use. Instead of going for an AoE attack that will catch your backline units, they would opt to use single target attack instead. Then came Lightning Astrius, who can reduce AoE resistance by 60%. I can see these type of percentage debuff will be common moving forward. Speaking of team building, we have to talk about vision cards. My diamond VCs of the year are the Believers in the Bonds of Brotherhood and Melnia's VC. Both of these have single target resistance and agility. 2 of the 3 must have abilities in one slot that opens up another slot for an offensive card, which will boost the team damage output significantly and give a lot more freedom in team building. My Platinum VCs are cards that have strike resistance. Strike damage is the most impactful damage type this year. And these 3 cards support units that have very good innate strike resistance, such as SummerGlaciela, Raph, Howlett, and Reagan. It gave them a chance to go up against Alaya. My gold VCs are the 2 free cards from the anniversary collaborations. The free FMA card has very good attack and agility stats, plus it supports both of the top DPS units released this year, Bradley and Lightning Alaya. And the FF7 Remake Integrate card enables Fire Evade, which is very annoying to deal with. Both are very good and they were free. Next are TMRs. My diamond TMRs this year are the ones with haste. One of these is almost necessary for the team to have a chance. Haste plus a top tier DPS is very scary. My platinum TMRs are the ones with multiple elemental resistance buff. One great way to defend against the best DPS units are elemental resistance, especially in blind matchups. They are all diamond shaped buffs as well, great for initial movement control. My gold TMRs are Viga's TMR for Berserk, and Dialdo's TMR, which has +7 agility, and all male characters can equip it. The breakdown upon hit effect is very good as well. Next is the new power creep system of the year, level 140 and reincarnation. My initial reaction was not positive. Immediately I thought it was a whale thing. I thought lower rarity tanks will be better than some UR tanks, and a unit at max reincarnation would be so much stronger than one at 0 reincarnation. Turns out, both are true. Lower rarity tank like Dario is amazing. And in mirror matches, like Dark with Raph and Sephiroth, the winner typically invested more into reincarnation. But as months go by, it wasn't as bad as I thought. I was pleasantly surprised when my 10 times reincarnated Bradley and 0 times reincarnated Dialdo were taking out 16k HP Raph and 12k HP Sephiroth with ease. They managed to retain game balance by making new units stronger, which fit my playing habit, which is pull for new units. However, this system gives evasion units, especially Yuffie, an unfair advantage over all other units. Evasion teams are very difficult to deal with for the whole year. My Wind team or Accurate Earth team can take out the most evasive Yuffie teams, but I don't want to be stuck with playing just 3 units all year. Building for accuracy while maintaining agility and decent AoE and single target resistances are way harder compared to building for evasion. One Yuffie can rack a whole team. People that invested heavily into evasion units really did not need to pull for anything else. I have 4 units at 40 times reincarnations, and that's the most I am willing to go for now. A few at 10 times and the rest are at 0 times. I think 40 to 50 times are more than enough at this point of the game. Moving forward, if they ease up on the material and cost, I might reconsider. Next is top new mechanics introduced this year. The aura effect takes the crown on this one. Both defensive and offensive. The damage reduction aura from SummerGlaciela is a game changer. Any units that is within a 4 range of her would take 40% less physical damage is stupid strong. This ability enabled water to beat lightning Alaya. Same goes for the follow-up attack from Bartz. He basically became a unit that fits on all teams. Able to do 4 to 5k extra damage for 3 times are very hard to defend against, especially if his teammates have large AoE attacks. No one unit can have super high single and AoE resistance. Then we have Nullify Sure Hits. This mechanics was introduced with Yuffie. It shifted the meta forever. We can no longer rely on sure hit attacks like Sharpshoot against evasion. We need to build all out for accuracy. But do I forego some damage and agility for accuracy? But if I do, I won't be able to take down Raph and Dialdo fast enough, or I would get lapped by Bradley. Even though evade meta comes and goes, but it is always in the back of my head. Finally, we have sequential abilities, a huge step forward for unit roll compression. It was first introduced with Faris. The healing that it provides for SummerGlaciela just made it even more difficult to take her down. Soul's sequential healing is even more broken than Faris's. Be on the lookout for units they advertise as attacker that has sequential healing, like Dagger from FF9. She will likely to have the same AI as Soul. I expect her to be really good. Next, best QOL updates. My Diamond update is including the stats of AoE resistance, single target resistance, accuracy, and evade in the character detail page. No more doing math in my head for resistances, and no more trying to remove an equipment to check my accuracy or evade stats. Made my life a lot easier. My Platinum update is the UI improvement to job VCs and weapon type icon on characters. It was so difficult to memorize which vision cards support which units, or which weapon group a unit belongs to. With this UI improvement, it became much less time consuming. My gold update of the year is the Trust Stone Sandstones. No more clicking 100 times to upgrade a pink Trust Stone. This should have been there from the start. Next is something that I wish we have more of. Vision cards with 2 of either agility, AoE resistance, or single target resistance. We have so many good vision cards in the game, but 80% of them are stuck in the sub-slot. Because we need agility, AoE, and single target resistance. Party that has these 2-in-1 cards are super strong, like Wind with the Sadali card, and Strike with the FMA VC. We need more of these so we can use other VCs as main. Or if they want to milk us for more vision cards, at least give them higher single target resistance or AoE resistance from bestowed abilities. With the exception of evasion, it is very difficult to have success without these 3 vision card party abilities. My 3rd year of War of the Vision was good. We finally got a chance to run a full weapon type team. Building units during their initial release gotten easier. Level 140 wasn't as bad as I thought, and it gave new life to many older units. However, I noticed the lifespans of units are getting shorter. Most units are only good for a couple weeks to a month. and I was very disappointed by the FF8 units. Something I would like them to improve is to let us build non-featured units faster. I don't mind if it will cost some this, just give me some kind of boost and I will be happy. Let me know what is the best unit and team for you during 3rd year of War of the Visions. I am very curious to know. I am done looking back. Now let's look forward. We all know FF9 is coming, and all the details are already out there. So I will only talk about Zidane. From the info we were given, he looks to be a meta-defining unit. His self-buff enables him to seal courage removal from targets for 3 turns. This alone is very good. In box 3, showing his AoE attack, the area is the same as calculated rend. Breaks physical damage barrier, activates Zidane's follow-up attack for the next 3 turns, and at level 140, it will disable CT up for targets for 3 turns. Looks to be a very strong unit. Dagger is an attacker with sequential healing. I expect her to be a weaker version of Soul. Vivi can seal re-raise removal from targets, and a dark unit. He will be a great partner for Raph. Funny how the 2 most dominating elements are getting new units. In the livestream, they gave more details on Holo Vision cards. Basically, all Vision cards released moving forward will be considered as Holo Vision cards. And VC Mastery will be implemented. It works just like Units Elemental Mastery. It will give some bonus stats to your units as you level up on Vision Card Mastery. Holo Vision card is not the next power creep. Continuing to VC Elder Awakening. This is the next power creep. We will be able to use VC shards and special items to further awaken or upgrade older Vision cards. The upgrades will improve the VC's party and bestowed abilities, and lower the sub-slot penalties. They did not say how many shards or when they will implement this system. I expect them to release Elder VC Awakening in batches, just like how they treated units in May 2. Also, older Espers can have more SP for their Esper boards, so we can unlock more nodes. The item required will be farmable or purchased. The release date of this system is also unknown. It will be implemented in the future. And I expect these to be released in batches as well. Finally, Trust Stone System Revamp. Trust Stone will be tied to units instead of TMRs. We can pick a Trust Stone ability during crafting instead of a random ability. The same stone can be used on multiple units even if they are in the same formation. We will also be able to save different sets of Trust Stones for each unit for different game modes. This is a much needed improvement. I am sick and tired of moving my Trust Stone around multiple times a day. Can't wait. Overall, the livestream brought a lot of positive vibe to the player base. FF9 looks very good. I will definitely pull for Zidane. We'll do a full showcase video for him when he is ready. That's all I have for today. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.